Hi everyone, welcome to Thermal Engineering and its applications. If you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, subscribe it right now and click the bell icon to get the regular updates from our side. Today's topic of discussion will be flame propagation rate, where we will be studying the flame travel with respect to the distance and the time, and sidewise we will understand this concept or this graph with respect to the physical flame travel inside the combustion chamber throughout the space of the cylinder. So this will make you understand the concept of the graph as well as clear your insight with the actual phenomenon that is taking place. Next topic that we are going to discuss will be the two important factors that are affecting the flame propagation. Those are turbulence and fuel-air ratio. That is nothing but the type of air-fuel mixture that is present in the SI engine. So that we will be studying using the graph that represent the time for the flame travel and the type of the mixture that we have. That is the lean mixture and the rich mixture. So let us start with the topic right now. As we have studied in our previous session about the stages of combustion in SI engine, particularly after the ignition delay, there is a formation of nucleus, which I have represented over here with the blue color. Now the flame propagation rate depends on two very important factors, the reaction rate and the transposition rate. The reaction rate refers to the chemical reaction that is taking place between the burnt and the unburnt charges, and the transposition rate depends on the pressure differential between the burnt and unburnt charges. So both these factors are going to either increase or reduce the flame propagation rate. So let us see how it is happening. So when we consider the initial stage over here, and if you see it very clearly, black dots represent the unburnt charges and the red dots represent the burnt charges over here. So in the first case, comparing to the nucleus that is formed, the amount of unburnt charges is very high. Now this is going to have the effect on the reaction rate. The reaction rate will be almost zero or it will be very less. As well as the transposition rate, because there won't be any pressure differential between the burnt and unburnt charges. Therefore, during the initial stage, during the initial time of the piston travel, the distance that the flame is covering is very less. So hence you can observe over here, almost for 16 to 18%, what you get is very less amount of distance of the flame travel. Now as this nuclei starts getting into formation of the flame, now if you see over here, the surface that is available which contains the burnt charges, these are going to have the reaction with the unburnt charges over here. If you can see these big black dots over here. Now this reaction rate will be still very small considering the surface area available with the flame front. So therefore we have less reaction rate. Again, transposition rate will be less compared to pressure difference. But still we will have certain amount of or certain flame travel distance available in this zone. So this is about the initial state. Now as the flame travels into the area 2. Now what is this area 2? Area 2 is nothing but when flame comes out of this volume. Now this volume represents the volume near the spark plug where the motion of the charge is having very low velocity. Now due to this low velocity, or you can even compare it with the turbulence, the motion or the moment of the charge around this flame will be restricted. Due to this restriction motion of the flame, restriction motion of the charge over here, flame reaction rate will be correspondingly low. So as it travels outside this first area and it comes into the second area, the surface that is available at the flame front increases. Because of increase in surface of the flame front, the amount of the unburnt charge is also increasing. Now due to this increase in amount of the unburnt charge, the reaction rate at the surface of the flame front increases. So first factor is increasing. Now let's think about what is transposition rate effect over here. So as the flame front has increased, the flame area or volume has increased, the pressure inside the flame has been increased, and the pressure of the unburnt charge has started to drop down due to the expansion process as the piston is moving away from the TDC. So this is going to create a large pressure difference, which is going to increase the transposition rate. So this again, in the second area, there would be high distance travel of the flame within short span of time. So most of the flame travel has taken place is in the volume where the velocity of the mixture is higher. So this will be higher only in case where turbulence is high. Now let us consider the third stage of the flame travel, or the third area of the flame travel. Okay. Now at this stage something different is going to happen. What is that? Let us study. So if I consider this flame over here, a big flame that has covered up most of the combustion chamber, and these are some of the burnt charges that are present around inside this chamber. So technically speaking, when we talk about the heat transfer rate, as the flame has traveled to the maximum volume, the amount of heat available inside the combustion chamber is going to be higher. Due to that, this heat is going to transfer to the cylinder head, and due to this process, all these molecules or all these burnt particles are going to travel in the reverse direction, and owing to this phenomenon, the transposition rate at this position is going to reduce. So transposition rate, second factor, is getting affected. But because of reduced transposition rate, flame travel is going to reduce. And when we talk about reaction rate, as the burnt particles are moving away from the flame travel, the reaction rate at the frontal surface or the flame front is going to reduce. Also due to the reason, the unburnt particles present around are decreasing now. Now due to this reduction in the unburnt particles and due to the reverse or backflow of the burnt charges, the transposition rate in the third area is again going to reduce by a very higher proportion. So now don't get confused about the third area flame propagation rate. When I said that in the third area, when the unburnt charges are less, the proportion or the rate of flame travel is reducing with respect to the rate that we have observed in the second area. So instead of reducing in this fashion, it is reducing with respect to the time that it is taking for the distance of the travel. This is the conclusion of the flame travel with respect to the physical phenomenon that I have already explained. Now let us go to the two important factors that are affecting the flame travel propagation. The two important factors are turbulence and the fuel-air ratio. So during the explanation of these diagrams, I have already told you what is the impact of the velocity of the mixture. The velocity indirectly talks about the turbulence that is available inside the combustion chamber. Turbulence talks about the movement of the air-fuel mixture or the charge in this case. When the turbulence is higher, the motion of the charge is at a higher speed, which will increase the velocity of the flame travel along the distance. Now this we can say that more the turbulence, more will be the flame propagation speed. But the disadvantage or the other side of the coin is, when the turbulence increases to a very higher value, the flame may even quench. So this has to be optimized in a condition so that flame speed should increase but not get quenched in that particular progression. Now let us try to understand the effect of the air-fuel ratio or the type of mixture on the flame speed. The flame speed will be directly corresponding to or directly related to the type of mixture that releases the amount of thermal energy. We already are aware with the concept that a slightly rich mixture gives the most amount of thermal energy, and the lean mixtures gives less amount of thermal energies. So having that concept in mind, the leanest mixture will give the least amount of thermal energy. Due to that, the flame speed would be less. Now if the flame speed is less, the time taken for the flame travel would be maximum. So when the mixture goes away from the lean mixture, that is, it is becoming on the richer side, the time required for the flame travel is reducing. And it is least at a slightly rich mixture, because at this point we are getting highest amount of thermal energy owing to highest amount of power that we get from the slightly rich mixture. Now technically it should reduce further as the mixture becomes rich and rich, but what happens is because of the richness added to the mixture, the cooling effect of the unburnt particles or unburnt hydrocarbons will be more. So this cooling effect will be suppressing the thermal energy, thereby reducing the flame speed, thus increasing the time travel for the flame travel. So this is about the concept of effect of type of mixture on the flame speed. And so in this fashion we have not only understood the physical phenomenon of the combustion that is taking place, but how this physical phenomenon is affecting the flame travel propagation in different areas of the combustion chamber, as well as we have studied in detail about the effect of type of mixture on the flame speed. So in the next lecture we will be going with the effect of the pre-ignition on the knocking or abnormal combustion in the SI engine. So if you like the lecture, don't forget to hit the like button and share with your friends for increasing knowledge. Thank you very much.